Abigail died from an essentially eradicated and easily preventable disease. Wednesday's hearings ended an 8-year criminal legal sentence stemming from the death of Abigail, who died from a treatable condition that caused a lethal buildup of bilirubin, a condition known as jaundice. The couple lost custody of all of their surviving children in civil court proceedings. So let's get into the meat and potatoes of what actually happened. Parents prayed over the body instead of calling 911. Abigail was born late on February 6, 2017, with the assistance of a midwife, so she was born at home. She died on the morning of February 9th, 2017, as a result of hemolytic disease of the newborn, which in turn resulted from an RH incompatibility between her and her mother. So, this is essentially like blood incompatibility between baby and mom. In a hospital, typically the baby's blood is going to be sent to be analyzed by the blood bank and by the lab, and they'll return with the baby's blood type and let you know whether or not the baby is high risk for jaundice. Usually, once the lab notices that, they call the doctor, and the doctor immediately starts the baby on phototherapy. So the parents and a group of friends prayed over Abigail's lifeless body, and no one at the home called 911 to report the death. Police were alerted by a relative who lives in California and responded to the house about 9 hours after Abigail died. The jury deliberated about 4 hours over 2 days before returning its verdict, after listening to days of testimony by police, medical doctors, and other witnesses. Abigail died from a condition so rare that it's basically been eradicated, according to the testimony. The blood incompatibility problem is easily treated with a prenatal injection. Okay. They're probably talking about Rogam. And doctors testify that Abigail still could have been saved after she was born if she had received treatment. That's the phototherapy that we talked about. After 20 hours, About 20 hours after Abigail was born, a midwife and her assistant noticed she was jaundiced and advised she be taken to a hospital immediately. But the couple declined. Rachel's mother, who had traveled from Grand Rapids to help with the baby, also implored her daughter to seek medical care for Abigail, but the couple declined. We believed praying was the best thing we could possibly do for her, Rachel Pylan testified in the trial. Even if she had died from some kind of struggle, we wouldn't have called 911. Well, that's rather unfortunate, which means the courts were right? To take their kids away, the other kids, and to get them treatment because they would have suffered the same fate. Attorneys for the Pylons argued